Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and right now I want to explain to you why AMC stock may have the potential to boom again, but not for the reasons why everybody thinks right now. And so first thing I want to talk about is this article right here where it says Blackrock more than doubled its stake in AMC stock. And so if we go down here, it just talks about them increasing their stake right here about 50%, and now they own about 6 million shares of AMC, which represents a 5.7 ownership in this company. And so with AMC, we know that it had an extraordinary squeeze already up to $20, and a lot of investors hopped into AMC thinking that it was going to go even higher. There's been a discussion of whether or not the squeeze has already happened or if it's going to happen. Personally, I'm on the side that the major squeeze that we saw up to $20 was the short-term peak. And I say the short-term peak because I think there is still potential for this stock to go crazy. And so when I saw BlackRock increase their stake, I don't think they increased their stake because they think this is a good company. I think the reason why they increased their position on AMC stock was the potential of a buyout. So I know this article is a year old, but the information and the rumors are still very active in my opinion, and I believe that AMC is just going to get handcuffed into a situation where they're not going to have a choice. They're going to have to give up their company and they're going to have to sell to a bigger player. And so if we're looking at AMC, the largest movie theater player in the world, I don't think the movie theater scene is going to go extinct. I think they're going to need to adapt and evolve into modern day society. And I don't think they're going to be able to do that by themselves. I think their business model is very old school and old fashioned. And I think by buying a company out like AMC really helps a player like Amazon that has the capital to acquire AMC. And not only do they have the capital, it's very beneficial for Amazon to own this type of market, because if you're a company that is constantly innovating and you have your own streaming service and then you have your own movie theater chain, you have the ability to kind of adapt and evolve a dying business like the movie theater, maybe potentially creating a VR scenario or creating your own content where you can display into your own theaters. And so by acquiring a company like AMC, these streaming players can create this entire ecosystem which will benefit their bottom line numbers. And so right here, we're looking at AMC on Yahoo Finance, and right here, their market cap as of today, trading at $7.09, is $2.4 billion. And the reason why I bring this up is there was an article again last year titled Amazon Goes to the Movies, and where they do a comparison and they basically say that AMC could potentially get a similar deal like Whole Foods got. And so when Whole Foods was acquired, they got a deal of around $13.7 billion. This article basically discusses how they could get a similar deal. And if we're looking at AMC trading at $2 billion and they get a deal for around 13, 14, even $10 billion, that is going to be a substantial increase in the share price. And if the short interest again comes back, that could be an extreme catalyst to see an even larger boom in share price. And so the short squeeze that we saw to $20 may have been significant, but if AMC is to get bought out, I think there is going to be an even bigger run. And obviously this is a lot of speculation with AMC because these aren't set in stone. But I think there's going to come a point in time where AMC is not going to have an option. They are not going to be able to survive. And the whole point of having a business is to make money. And if you're constantly losing money and just trying to survive, you aren't going to last a long time. And I think there's going to be no other option for them to sell their business. And it only makes sense for a big player to buy that business, evolve it into something that is very modern and something that will continue to make money. And it seems like that is going to be the route that AMC is going to get put into. And so that does give me hope for AMC to have a large run up eventually down the road. This could be an extremely far-fetched story, but when you see BlackRock, a top asset manager in the world, double up their position, that does give you some sort of indication that they also might believe that AMC gets acquired. So I don't think that acquisition has anything to do with the short squeeze, because I think they missed out on that opportunity. But I think by them holding a good position in this company, there is going to come a day where they get acquired. And when that deal is more than what they're worth at the moment, that will trigger another squeeze, and that will trigger a substantially larger squeeze than we saw recently. And so if we're just looking at AMC on the charts, I want to go over what we saw today. So right here, we're looking at AMC on the 45-minute time frame, and fortunately we did not hold this line of support. We broke down, and so that is very bearish for me. And if we just look at the volume right here on the daily time frame, you can see that the volume has gone substantially. There's just not that type of hype around AMC stock anymore. And so for that short squeeze, I think we've seen the peak for that short squeeze in the short term. But there is hopes for AMC to get acquired, which will then initiate an even larger squeeze down the future. So all of this right here is speculation. These are just my thoughts that potentially could happen with a business that I don't think will disappear just yet. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.